Alright guys, here's a quick update video. We just got back from Home Depot. Just jumping around there. Picked up some paint for the bathroom. And so I could ride the kids around in the car. I found some old seat belts, some old VW seat belts that I bolted into the car, but I had ordered these. Let's see. They're kind of like the old, I got them from Max online. They're kind of like the old style airplane seat belts. You could get them in different colors. I got them in black just because I figured with whatever I'm going to do with the interior, black would, you know, be okay. Not too bad priced. I think they were like $23, $24 a piece. So these are going to bolt right into the back. In the front, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do at the front. I haven't even really looked at it, haven't worried about it, but it comes with all the hardware, big washers, everything. So that's not a bad deal. Also, I got my sending unit in the mail, so I can get my gas gauge working. I'm kind of sick of guessing how much gas I have and then stopping at the station and only putting like 3 gallons in it. That can get annoying after a while, but it's still running good. And we've been driving it pretty regularly, so back windows roll down. I figured out that the guy next door is an older gentleman. He said his brother used to have one back in, you know, the 50s. These little air knobs here, it turns on the air vents. Right there. You can open those up or close them up. If you turn those on, you get a really good amount of air coming through. It really cools the car down. So that works pretty well. You know, it's obviously not air conditioned or anything, so got some wires hanging down from this radio. You know, radio doesn't work. There's my radio right there. Clock doesn't work. Everything in there works but the fuel gauge, and then I don't have turn signals. I don't have the turn signal switch on the column, so I've got to figure out or find one of those. With the amount of money I spent on everything else, which wasn't much, but still, you know, I can spend money when I have it, so I'll have to wait on the turn signals. Right now I'm just doing a little arm thing, sticking my arm out. This goes up in there. Let me see. I think it goes like that. It's still 6 volt. It won't be a while before I do a conversion on it. 6 volts working decent now. Everything, you know, everything works, so I'm not having any issues. It works as well as a 6 volt can, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. At least till you want something better, like a 12 volt. Carpet kit, that'll be nice. There's a lot of room in this car. As you can see, it's like a toy room in a car. Yeah, what was I going to show you? Oh, let's see. I'm going to have to drop the tank here. This low SRT, it does have a drain. I'm guessing that's what yours looks like. But like I said, I've got to get it down to where it's only got about 4 gallons in it before I can pull this tank out, because I filled it all the way up, and I think it's either a 16 or 17 gallon tank. But it shouldn't be too bad of a job. You know, I'll just pull those, take those bolts out there, pull these straps off. I'm sure there's something hidden that I haven't seen from laying underneath here, but you know, nothing too bad. I haven't really crawled under this car too much, but everything is really, you know, really clean. Nothing's, you know, going through. there's a fair amount of undercoat on here, but you know, everything's, I'm guessing, and like I said, this is only guessing, but I'm thinking this was like a maybe a late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, somewhere around there restoration. Somebody did some work on it somewhere, because this isn't original. You can't really see from the camera, but all the way up it's real clean. So and then they got the of course the lower arm blocks there. I had some questions about lowering it. Like I said, it's got lower blocks in the back. I think those are, I can't look by it. You know, I haven't really put a tape measure up to them, and it's in the house, I think. But I think it's like a 2.5, maybe 3 inch. That looked right. The front, he cut the coils on. I think he only took one coil out. I don't know exactly how many inches you get out of a coil. I don't remember. I read it once and I don't remember. But I'm guessing by looking at it, the front end is probably about 2.5, 3 inches as well. Just from, you know, what I've seen on stock ones and what I'm seeing right now. These tires are the old bias ply. They're not Cokers. They're let me see. I saw it there before. The Lester Tire Company? Lester? You can't really see it. Lester. I've never heard of that before. I'm sure, you know, a lot of you guys have, but I haven't. These look like the Ford wheels. It's got Ford glass in it. A lot of the stuff looks original. This spot here, when I go to paint it, it looks like he's got some mud on there probably. Nothing too crazy, because it feels solid on the other side. It feels solid here. I'm not quite sure what he did there, but you know, of course, you know, looking at it real close here, you can tell that it's had some kind of work done on it. Right there in the front rocker, and then the on the door there, and on the back of this fender. That looks like a crack on the camera. It's actually just, it's built up there. So one part that we're going to sand down, you know. Another thing I did at Home Depot is I priced, or I put in a request for materials quote on a single car 12 by 24 garage. I just can't do this work in this, you know, in this attached garage. I can't do what I want to do. You know, it's 12 by 24 isn't a whole lot, but when you don't have anything, you know, you don't have a place to put all your stuff. You don't have a place to have a compressor and all that, because this garage obviously is used by my wife and all that, and it's not really even that big. It's a 2-car garage, but we barely fit both these cars in here. So I'm doing a materials quote, or getting quotes around town on a pole building, a 12 by 24. I'm trying to save cost, you know, where I can. Obviously, I don't want to skimp too much. What's the matter? Obviously, I don't want to skimp too much because it's going to be up for a while, but I'm going to try and build a pole building. If I have the money to do so, you know, it depends on how much materials are going to cost. This summer, I've got a shed out back. It's a 12 by 12. I'm going to tear that out. I've already measured for the property line. I'm going to go down to the county, you know, by the courthouse down there, and see if I can get a permit and just start building. From what I understand, the county, at least here, isn't too bad on you for pole buildings. They're not too harsh. I'm going to tell them it's not going to have electricity, and I'm not going to run electricity right now. Possibly in the future. I know I will in the future, I'll put it that way. I will in the future, but, you know, not right now. Because by the time I get the building up, I probably will be out of money and I'll have to save some more. So, but anyway, that's where we're at now, and you know, all this work on this car for the paint. I'd like to paint it. You know, I've kind of set this up. Of course, this is what Ed the Kid did for me at Mad Customs. I had the Kid 51 if you want to check him out on YouTube. He airbrushed this for me. He's doing some other stuff for some other guys, but this is the original color I was going to do the bug, the celestial blue. And I don't know, I think it would look pretty cool, you know. I'd like a bright color. My last video, like a copper color was thrown around. I like that too. I think that's cool. Like a really bright, you know, like a gold, that's cool, but I know gold's probably pretty hard to spray, so, you know, I don't want to start off too hard, but that blue color I really like. I still like that. I just want to make sure it'll look right on this car. But anyway, I'm going to take care of this little one, and thanks for watching, guys.